Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Beth. Today we're going to do a plan with me and wrap up the month of August. If you don't know, August was my birthday month, or is my birthday month. Last week I did not do a plan with me. I just gave myself permission to take the week off. So I did plan, and I've done my ritual at the end of the week. I just did that this afternoon. Otherwise, I just gave myself permission to just be. And this weekend, I've given myself permission to just languish. I haven't done much of anything. This afternoon, there are some things that I need to do. It is now Sunday afternoon. Back here in my daily pages, I stopped logging on Friday. I haven't logged anything for Saturday and Sunday. I said sometimes you just have to take the time. This is going to be pretty minimal. You can see I've already stuck in a couple of stickers. So I've put in an August sticker. I've put in a weekly sticker for my weekly ritual. I don't have any big plans this week. My work week is a little bit different, but right now I don't have dinner with friends or anything planned. I may have dinner again with my son. We might have another date just because we found out that On the Border, Tex-Mex chain is doing like unlimited $10 tacos, which I wouldn't eat that many tacos, but he'll eat that many tacos. So for $10, I might take him to On the Border. I don't know what we're gonna do. I put it on his radar and was like, yo, do you want some tacos? So we will see. Other than that, it is just business as usual. Business as usual. I don't have any interesting evening plans. All of that has just been wrapped up with birthday shenanigans. I have one more birthday lunch on Friday. I have a coworker that wants to take me to lunch on the 30th, which is a full 15 days after my birthday. So it's just kind of been, this past Friday night, I had dinner with a friend that was for our joint birthdays because we both have birthdays in August. It's just continued and continued and continued. Typically, I don't make a big deal about my birthday. I might go have dinner with a couple friends and that's it. And this year, it's been a little more than that. And even my social battery, I am an extrovert. I like my people. My social battery got a little run down, I have to admit. It's just, and sometimes it happens. Yes, even we Leos can get a little exhausted of the people and the attention. We like our attention, but sometimes you gotta step back and just recharge. And so that's what I've done this weekend. Like I said, I've just allowed myself to languish. It's all good. So let's get some work stuff in here first. Or should we start at the top? Let's just start at the top. Let's just start at the top and do things at the top and weather. The weather's pretty consistent all week until we get to Friday. So but we're going to put our moon phase in here. Color that in right there. And then I'm just going to stick a little dollar sign over here. That's a payday for me. I don't typically stick that in there. But right at the end of the month, I get paid. And then weather. So we have highs in the 90s. And lows in the 70s for the first part of the week, and sunshine. And then come Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's supposed to storm. All day, parts of days, I don't even know. We're just gonna say it's gonna storm. Because that's the only bit that I need on my radar. And it may be one of those weekends that I don't go anywhere or do anything. I'm not a fan of getting out in the storms. I don't mind watching them from my balcony. I don't necessarily want to be out in it when I don't know when it's going to happen. And that's what we have. We have this scattered thunderstorm situation. And so I don't know when they're going to hit, when they're going to come. I'm sure day of I can look at the radar and guess. But it's all good. It's all good. So we have a couple sunny days, a couple of partly cloudy days, which you can see I'm choosing not to use a stencil for my little icons. We're just making weird little icons for the weather. And then the storms roll in on Friday. It's between 50-60% chance of rain, which means it'll probably happen. That's a lightning bolt. And immediately it begins to cool off. After that first set of storms, we drop down into the 80s. More storms on Saturday, and a lesser chance, but still some storms on Sunday. And then going into the next week, our highs will be in the 80s. So this is definitely going to cool things off for us, and at least temporarily. make it start feeling like fall. And we're going to bid adieu to summer in my quote down here at the bottom of my page. I don't know how I feel about bidding adieu to summer. I typically like summer. As y'all know, it's been a difficult summer for me, so I don't feel like I've gotten to enjoy my summer, ? But fall is okay. I'm good with fall. Fall would be my second favorite season. So summer first, because I'm a quintessential Leo, and then fall, and then spring. And we definitively are not a fan of winter in this house. I don't like it at all. It's why I don't live in Minnesota or Montana, Canada. I could not handle it. It would drive me nuts. So there we go. And then typically I stick some things up in here that I have going on or that I am looking forward to. Not necessarily looking forward to it, but I do rent. I live in an apartment, and sometime on the 28th or the 29th, they are coming by to do apartment inspections. So, and I don't know which day they're going to get to mine, which is tedious, I have to say. Like, create a schedule and tell people when you're coming to their particular abode. But I am just going to put in here apartment inspections. When they come to do these, they either want you to be here, or if you have pets, they want you to lock them up. And I'm not currently a dog owner, but I do have 2 cats. I do not crate my cats, people. I'm not going to happen. So that means I have to be here. But there's things happening at work that have worked out in such a way that I'll be remote those 2 days, and it all worked out in my favor. So one of those days I have an apartment inspection, which means there's some things that I need to do this afternoon. I don't live in filth, but I haven't done my laundry yet this weekend, so I need to go ahead and get that done and, just tidy up some things. We tend to come in and put piles of things in a singular location and all of that. I need to deep clean the litter boxes this weekend. I always do that during the first of the month and the middle of the month. Do it twice a month, but I need to go ahead and get that done before they come do inspections, just because I have 2 floors, so I have 1 litter box upstairs, 1 litter box downstairs for the cats. With that, like I said, work situation, I am working in office Monday and Tuesday, and that's different from me. Normally on Tuesdays I am remote. It is a terrible arrow, but it will work. And then I am remote, and it's working out in my favor, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So if you've been here a long time, you've heard me talk about the fact that I take a shuttle from a parking lot to my work location because we don't have enough parking on our corporate campus because there's just way too many of us. I've been on a list for parking for a long time. Still haven't gotten my parking spot. It has not come through yet. Our parking lot, well, it's not our parking lot. We use space in a stadium parking lot, and that stadium has 2 very large events this week. We can't park there Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. There are other locations we can park, but it's a pain to fight everybody to try to get a park because there's so many of us that have now been displaced. Totally get it. Our supervisor encouraged us, if we were capable, if we were still parking in the remote lots, that we could work from home Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, as opposed to trying to fight for parking spots. And I thought, well, that's great because I need to be home Wednesday and Thursday anyway for an apartment inspection. It all worked out. So 2 days in office, 3 days remote this week. That is an anomaly. Normally my remote days are Tuesday and Friday. It'll be all good. All right. Let's put in some work stuff. So on Monday, I can't draw a straight line this week to save my life. Yesterday, I filmed the plan with me for September, drew some wonky lines. I just don't want to get out the ruler. I mean, this is right here. I could use it as a ruler too. I just don't want to. All right, so what I did last week is the empty boxes are personal, and the striped boxes are work-related. So we're going to do that again because it was good for my eyes to be able to see those things. So on Monday, I have therapy. While I'm there, I have to make more appointments. This is my last appointment for a while, and It just snuck up on me. I didn't realize I hadn't scheduled subsequent appointments. I gotta get some of those scheduled. And then just regular old lunch. And then we have a meeting with our advancement or philanthropy folks. And then I have just a normal internal communications meeting, which is bi-weekly. All right. And then Tuesday, we're going to try to draw a straighter line. I currently don't have any meetings scheduled, for which I'm grateful. There's a big project I need to wrap up. It's been rewriting a policy. It's been rewriting a policy for months and months and back and forth and having other people review it and all of those sorts of things. I'd love to wrap it up. So I may schedule myself some big project time in here to get that done. I don't know, we'll see. As the event manager in communications and marketing, I also keep a stash of swag that people can use for employee appreciation. And I need to get some mailed off to some of our locations that are in different parts of the state. And of course, that's something that I have to do when I'm in the office. I don't keep it with me at home. So maybe I'll also do that. I'm going to be out the rest of the week. That's kind of the only day that I have to do that. All right. On Wednesday, I have the writing group that I've been going to virtually. Really enjoying that through my local library system. And then, let's see, put lunch in here. Sometimes when I do this, I skip lunch and I just count it as personal time. And then we have an events meeting that afternoon. And then Thursday, I also don't have any meetings scheduled. I know I'm jinxing myself. Somebody's going to come along and throw something on there just because I've said it out loud. I was talking to somebody last week and I mentioned how once I get past Monday, how relatively quiet this week is. And immediately thought, you shouldn't have said that out loud. You should not have said it out loud. Because that just means that something crazy and chaotic is going to happen. But I do need some project time, so it's good that I've got these big gaps in this week. And then just giving myself a little bit more time on Friday for that birthday lunch with a coworker. We work in different areas, so we never see one another other than on a Teams call. So it'll be neat to go to lunch with her. All right. Waiting on. I got some stuff coming. I need to stop ordering things. On Wednesday, well, and you'll probably see it in next week's plan with me, I have another fountain pen coming. I'm trying to not barrel down the fountain pen rabbit hole. I don't have the resources to buy all the inks and all the pens. I just don't. But I did order myself another one. And then I have clothing coming, delivery before the 31st. And then it's not this week. It's not until September, but I'm going to go ahead and put it on here. So it's the 17th of September is a book pre-order. And I'm just going to roll it from week to week so that I don't forget about it. All right, so that's what my week looks like. As we know now, this is my space for my weekly review, and it's really working for me. I really like it. You're probably going to see it all the way through December, unless I have weeks that I don't necessarily need to do one. I am going to stick a quote down here at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and get that pinned in. Going back to Shakespeare, because why not? And this quote comes from the iconic "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day" sonnet. Is that 18? I think it's 18. Sonnet 18. That sounds right. Suddenly my education's failing me. Anyway, that sonnet is less about summer and more about beauty. But that's okay. And this one reads, "Summer's lease hath all too short a date." Which is how I feel about it. I know. So many of y'all are looking forward to spooky season. I am too. I do love Halloween, but I just feel like I didn't get my summer. I feel like it just went by too quickly. I was in too low of a mood to enjoy it. And hopefully next summer's different. Hopefully next summer is different. And of course, this quote, since that sonnet is about beauty, is basically stating that beauty fades. Much like summer hath all too short a date, so does beauty. Alright. I'm just gonna stick William Shakespeare. I'm gonna guess. I don't know how much space I need. Alright. And then I think I am just gonna put a little bit of color on the page with a solid line there. Just as a divider. And do I want one here too? Yeah, let's do one here too. Okay, summer's lease hath all too short a date. I have my work schedule in for the week. Like I said, I'm probably going to add in some project time. One of the productivity people that I watch is Cal Newport, and he, when it comes to time blocking, has this theory that however many blocks of time in your week are dedicated to meetings, that then you need to go in and block in that same amount of time for deep work. And I've kind of been playing with that. Haven't fully committed to it yet. Like, this is an hour, this is an hour, this is half an hour for meetings. So somewhere in here, 2.5 hours I should block off for deep work, where you close the email so you can't get distracted by the pings and the bings, and you don't have any notifications on your phone. You let calls go to voicemail because you can always call people back, and just do your deep project work in those time periods. I'm probably at least going to block off 2.5 hours somewhere. All right, let's peek back at our daily planning. Like I said, here's Friday. I've let myself languish this weekend and not do any logging, but I did do list 34 for last week, which y'all didn't get to see since I didn't do a plan with me, which is list the things that make you excited. I have travel, live music, theater, time with friends. I'm sure I could think of other things, but that was just what was top on my mind. And then the previous week was the leadership question. So yeah, list the ways you are a leader, and I put confident in decisions, my general demeanor, I listen to people, I'm analytical, I'm always the one to find the ways to work smarter, not harder, and authoritative yet kind. I could probably think of some other things to stick in there, but I have no idea what list 35 says, so let's grab the book. I am going to leave this space because I might summarize my languishing this weekend. I don't know yet, but list 35... List the obstacles that stand in the way of facing your dreams. And the take action is cross out all the obstacles that are outside of your control. It's a good one. Choose one small obstacle that is within your power and plan one way to start tackling it this week. So list the obstacles that stand in the way of your dreams. I don't know why I decided to print that instead of doing cursive. It takes so much longer. Anyway, we're going to stick in some simple bullet points. Just little circles. And I'm not going to fill in any of these right now. This is one of those more difficult ones, I think. Definitely one of the ones that's going to involve some introspection. All right, so there is list 35. Oh, I took my brass tab off, so now I can't find my week back here. And there we go. There is week 35. Got my work week, got my waiting on, my weather, my glorious apartment inspection, and the space for me to do my weekly reflection. That's it for me, guys, for this week. If you like this video, you know what to do. Give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Drop me a leaf emoji to hearken in September, and I will see you in the next one.